Good morning. Thank you for joining me. This is Rics-Venturerz. It sure is a cold one out here today. Today I'm going to take you on a little adventure to a place that's near and dear to my heart. It's a place where I was raised. My mom's not doing too well, and she hasn't been up here in a long time, and I thought I'd make this video for one, to show people how beautiful it is up there, and two, to you know, maybe show her, you know, how it's changed and what's the same as it. But I'm inviting you to join me. Let's go. So I had planned to do another video in my lake series today, but I had to go visit my mom this weekend, and she's not doing so hot. And you know, she lived up here for over half her life, and this is home to her. I don't think she's been up here in like 15 years, maybe 20. So I thought I'd do this little video, one, to show everybody how beautiful it is and the Northern California experience, but two, to you know just show her things haven't changed very much. The place we're going used to be really open back in the day. I mean, like, my grandparents had bought their house, and it takes like 6 miles on a dirt road to get back to their house, and all the neighbors were vacation homes. Back then everything was vacation here, and so all the doors, and everybody just left their doors open. Nobody ever locked their doors or anything like that. And I guess there was a newspaper ad or maybe something in San Francisco that was labeled the last place you can leave your doors open. And everybody got wind about this place and then flooded. The Bay Area residents flooded this place, and they started putting fences up around properties and everything that was beautiful about the area and being so open and everything, and it just totally changed. I mean, yeah, there's beautiful homes up here. It's still beautiful community, great community, but it's just different. You know, my grandparents moved up here for one reason, and that was to get away from it all. And then my grandpa in his retirement, and this is definitely the place to do it. I mean, this is an amazing place. But yeah, things changed. Now it's still, you know, down home. I mean, there's a lot of people. Everybody watches out for everybody up here. It's a mountain community. Northern California, you know, it's just different. I lived in the Central Valley for, you know, from the time I was 11 all the way up. I lived here before that, and everything is just different, night and day. So, okay. So we're on a road right now called Bottle Rock Road, and the reason it's called Bottle Rock Road is I'm going to show you in a minute. All along the sides of the road here are what they call bottle rocks. This is was an active volcano, so yeah. So right now we're on Bottle Rock Road, and the reason it's called that is because of this black rock, or obsidian, lava rock, whatever you like to call it. I mean, it's everywhere. The Indians used to make arrowheads out of it, and it's just lines the whole street on this side. This side, I mean, you could see there's huge chunks of it. and it just goes all the way down. All the way up there, lined on both sides. Now, I don't know if it's illegal to take this rock. I'm not claiming anything, but people in the city like to have it around their yards. And I can see why. Once you polish it up and shine it up, it's beautiful. I mean, also up here, since this was a volcano, they have something called Lake County diamonds. And they could be the size of your fist. And they look like real diamonds, I guess, but they're real soft. But people collect them all the time. You just look on the ground right here, just littered with obsidian. And there's houses back up in here. What's funny is that I was walking out here for a few minutes, and about 3 or 4 cars stopped. Every other car stopped and asked if I needed help or if I was in trouble. Like, no, I'm just filming. When I first moved up here, that kind of hospitality just in California is very hard to come by. And you can see the lake right through those trees. Okay. You can see that obsidian lines everywhere. I mean, big chunks of it everywhere. People use it for their patios and for their yards. We call it bottle rock because that's what it is. So I got a fun fact for you. Here in Lake County, there's a geothermal plant. It's called the Geysers, and it's right there on that big mountain. But it's actually tapped in because this used to be a volcano, and so it's tapped in, and that they get geothermal energy from it. And I believe a lot of the earthquakes in Northern California come from it because sometimes they're centralized right there. I mean, it's pretty interesting. And my grandpa that's why he came up here. He worked for the Geysers. He worked for a company called Valley Engineers. And they did all the pipes and the pipelining for the Geysers. And that's what brought us to this area. They used to live in the Central Valley, but they relocated to here for work, and then just loved the place, just fell in love with it. I mean, just look at it, it's beautiful. The weather's pretty good. It doesn't get as hot as it does in the Central Valley, or what I'm used to. It's actually really nice here. So now we're in Cobb Mountain. This is the cemetery here. So this is my grandpa. And this is my grandma. I'm not going to go too far up in here. That's for another video. Just give me an idea. This is the trail. It is so quiet out here. One of the things as a kid I remember when we get further into the video, where the trees are like 200 feet tall, you could hear that noise when the wind hits them. So also I wanted to make light of, we're in California, and how the lack of deforestation, I mean, since, you know, there hasn't been a fire up here, but there hasn't been anybody else to clean it up. I mean, you look at all this wood. It's all fallen. And that's a shame. You know, because a fire breaks out here, it goes worse than anything. And we've had some doozies up here in Northern California. I mean, we've had a whole town burnt down to the ground. In Middletown, so I'll be highlighting that a little bit in this video. You know, we have such beautiful forests, and it's a shame that they're not, you know, cleaned up. Anyways, this is what this video is not about, but you know, it's something. There's the bog. So beautiful there without all the fallen logs and trees. Beautiful house, or cabin, should I say. So I'm at the corner of Harrington Flat Road and Rockies Road. This is the road my grandparents used to have to take to go to their house. This used to be filled with thick trees. These houses were never there. That was part of an airstrip. So right now we're on Airstrip Road, which used to be an airstrip back in the day. And a guy built it for his airplane. And then I guess he found out regulations and stuff. You couldn't land your plane here. Well, it's all fenced in and everything. And nowadays with all the crime and stuff comes up here, but it's all fenced in. And I met the resident, and she's like, hey, let me take you in. Let me show you the pond. You know, there's a lot of history with this little pond. You know, I was a kid. This pond was, you know, year round, and I used to play with the dog and chase snakes, and wow. So this pond has been here for years and years and years. Since I was a little kid. And there's no kids here. You know, I grew up pretty much alone because these were all vacation houses, and there's no kids. So the neighbor had a golden retriever. So me and that golden retriever, we had so much fun up here. Here's those trees I was talking about. What memories I have out here. Yeah.
And the kids ride their motorcycles out here? My grandchildren? Sorry.
So that was interesting. I went on that property for that pond, and the next door neighbor to the lady, I was saying before about how I had a friend that was a dog when I was a kid, and she's all, oh, she still lives there. I was like, really? I didn't know that. So she came out and recognized me and recognized, you know, she knew my whole family. It was a nice little reunion. Funny how things happen. This is the road you would go to my grandparents' house. Wow, they cleared out this whole area. So this is my grandparents' house. Or was my grandparents' house. Looks so different. Some big dogs. Well, on to our next location. So I could go out that way, which is the easy way, or I could go this way, which the ladies there told me I could get through without having to use my four-wheel drive. So I think I'm going to go this way. What would an adventure be without some adventure? All right, let's do it. That was so nice to see somebody who still lives in the same place after, what, 45 years or 43 years is what she said. It's funny how things work, you know. And I just had to say 2 words and she knew me right away. Pretty interesting. Anyways, let's go and have fun. They were also telling me that after some of the fires they had here, that a lot of the wildlife basically moved up here away from the fire, so they have an influx of bears and snakes, deers, mountain lions. This house right here is a newly built house and it's really nice. Got its own pond. Ooh, I don't want to get caught over there. So the route we're going, I would say it's about 4 miles or maybe 2 miles. As a kid, the bus used to drop me off, and I used to have to walk over this mountain every day. Rain, shine, snow, sleet, hail, didn't matter. You know, I was 7 years old, 8 years old, and I had to walk over this mountain. And with all the wildlife, I think now as an adult, man, I'm surprised, you know, with the mountain lions and all the bears here. And you know what? Honestly, I don't ever remember being scared. I don't remember ever being in a situation where that was a problem. I used to catch rattlesnakes all the time, and for some reason in my head I thought my grandpa made skins. I thought he made them into wallets and stuff, and so I used to bring in the skins and chop the heads off of them, and then bring in the skins and lay them out for him. And I was thinking in my head, you know, he's gonna make me a wallet or some boots or something. And later on I found out he didn't know why I was there. He just eventually just threw them away. He was like, I don't know why Ricky keeps bringing me these snakes, you know, killing these snakes and giving me their skins. I don't know. Interesting story. I think we're almost at the top now. That wasn't too bad. You know, that road used to be washed out when I was a kid, and this road isn't used. It's more of an access road in case there's a fire. So, anyways, so when I used to walk up this road as a kid, I used to always come to this spot because right there, I think that's a Mustang. It's been here since I was a kid. Somebody rolled it down the mountain. Funny how it's still here after all these years. Interesting. So we're now at a place called Loch Lomond. Has a lot of history for me. This is where the bus used to drop me off every day after school. But my mom used to work up there. My grandparents used to come here. It's a bar and a roadhouse. Right now it's closed down. A guy bought it, he renovated it, got it looking really nice, but there's a lot of drama about some things. I don't really know what happened. But I imagine it'll open up soon. When I was a kid, there was no video games around. This is long before Atari 2600 and all that. So I used to come down here, even with just 50 cents. I would come down here just to play a couple games. So yeah, the guy who bought this totally renovated it. Started pool memberships where people could come swim in this pool. It's got an amazing pool. Redid these cabins over here. I used to live in those cabins with my mom when I was a kid. I think I used to live in that one right there a long time ago. So they only got one gas station up here in Cobb. This is it. You'll see the gas prices probably reflect that. I mean, they're not too bad, too bad, but they're high. That's all sealed in. That used to be open. They used to have a breakfast place there and everything else. They recently remodeled this place. It's a real estate place now, but they remodeled it. It used to be the only market they had, and the market I just came from opened up. That used to be the main one when I was a kid. So this right here, I have no idea what it was. It looks like a restaurant. I think it was somebody's house, maybe. But if you look, looks like a house. I mean, it's got stuff for the house, but it looks kind of like a restaurant too. If anybody knows any information about this, go ahead and leave it in the comments. I just thought this was interesting. I used to go by here. I always thought it was a restaurant because it kind of looks like. But I could be wrong. I mean, it could be a house. Okay, on to the next. Now we're coming to a place called Pine Grove. This place has a pool. It's like the second pool. It's like the main pool here in Cobb. Loch Lomond just opened up after years of not being. So I'll take you around this little community. It's pretty interesting. A lot of cabins. So when I was a kid, this was a general store in Pine Grove, and it was that way for years and years and years. In this place you can come camp. My aunt used to live in this one right here, but apparently it's for sale. So if any of you want to buy it, there you go. 24 cabins, event center, 35 RV hookups, 2 spring-fed pools, 30 acres, 3,000 plus feet creek footage, tree house. Very cool. So I'm going to give you a little tour of this place. Let's go. So when I was a kid, this used to be the main pool where all the schools came once a year. And they have 2 pools. They have this one, and then they have one over here, which is a spring-fed one. And that one is freezing cold. Look at all these cabins and these tiny homes too. This is all for sale. It'd be a great investment. Someone need one to. I mean, I've noticed they put a lot of money into these cabins over the last few years. It looks a lot better. So that was the creek-fed one right there. Pretty cool. It has a slide. You don't see those very much anymore. But yeah, that pool is cold right there. It's pumped in right from the creek right below us.